Hey guys, this is Marc Goldberg from Marc Vlogs Watches, and coming in and out of camera is my cat Jupiter. Jupe, say hi to the people. Say hi to the subscribers. Well, listen, I'm a dog trainer, but I'm also a cat lover, and this is my cat. Now, we have an interesting video for you today. It's really about your relationship to the authorized dealer. So often we hear subscribers or people on the forums or on Facebook say, my AD said, and then off comes, whatever the AD said. So let's talk about the whole concept of the authorized dealer and what they tell you and what does that actually mean. Now, a couple quick points. First, I usually get better reaction to Jupiter on these videos than I get to myself. I find that I get a higher percentage of likes if I have the cat on, even if what I say is not popular. So do me a favor, like this video if for no other reason than for Jupiter's sake, because he needs some cat food and your like helps feed my cat. So there's that. Also, just a quick caveat, a warning as it were. Please don't feel that your ox is gored by what I'm going to say. And by that I mean I'm going to be critical about statements relating to my authorized dealer said, blah, blah, therefore it must be true. And I'm gonna play the bullshit card on a lot of that stuff, but I don't mean that as a criticism of either you directly or the honest, good, hardworking people at the authorized dealer. Okay, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this issue, though, it will be time for the, what do you think, Jupe? See, you know what it is. Jupey knows. He says, let's do the quick fist watch check. And here she is. I'd like to ask for your help in supporting this channel, and it's so easy for you to do. All you need to do is order a copy of the book that I co-authored with the monks of New Skeet. Let Dogs Be Dogs is a terrific dog behavior and dog training book. So if you're a dog lover, it will help me and this channel if you order this book from Amazon, barnesandnoble.com, or stop into any one of your local bookstores. Let's move this camera here and get a really good look. It is the watch that I didn't expect I would like quite as much as I do in two-tone. By the way, he's deaf, okay? So sometimes he talks and he can't quite hear himself. It's a two-tone Sky Dweller, guys, and having a little trouble getting focus off the camera in this glare, but at any rate, you can see the two-tone loveliness of the Rolex annual calendar. Okay, let's put this back. All right, I have my computer down here, and from time to time I will be having a quick look so that we can talk about the topic at hand. After this video is over, do me a favor and please subscribe if you haven't done that already. I have a lot more information that I would like to share with you, and I'd like to continue on this horological journey together with you, and we can accomplish that if you will subscribe and turn on the bell. Okay, why isn't it worth a whole lot, the concept of my AD said? And that goes for my AD said a particular watch, like the Batman. My AD said the Batman is going to be discontinued. My AD said that they will have a Hulk in on next Wednesday. My AD said I'm third on the list for X, Y, or Z. Why are some of these statements less believable than others? Number one, Rolex is a corporation based in Switzerland. It is not located in the United States, in the UK. It is not located in Mumbai, India. It is a Swiss corporation located in Geneva. They have authorized dealers throughout the world. Those authorized dealers, the AD, are independent jewelry stores, okay? These guys are unaffiliated with Rolex in any corporate way other than they have a contractual distribution agreement with Rolex Switzerland. And here's the key point. I think I'm going to take that as a sign of agreement. The key point is that Rolex does not share significant information in advance with the authorized dealer. Does not. So a lot of times when the authorized dealer says X, Y, or Z, they're making it up or they're based on their experience. They're giving you educated guesses. But rarely have they ever been informed by Rolex Switzerland of the discontinuation of a watch, unless that discontinuation is imminent, okay? So I do believe that the authorized dealers They do get information, certainly more than we do, but I think it comes very, very shortly before the actual facts of the matter come to pass. Some of them are learning it in the news in Hodinkee the same way we do, right after one of the industry trade shows like Basel World in March, or the SIAH, which is going on right now. But a lot of times, the authorized dealers get their information in the form of email or bulletins from Rolex in Geneva or from their Rolex representative in their home country. And a lot of times they get that something in the order of 48 hours before the actual facts happen. So, by the way, before we go any further, how do I know all this stuff? Am I making it up? Well, I'm a little like your authorized dealer. I'm using educated guesswork here, okay, guys? So it's important for you to understand that I have studied this. I've spoken with a lot of authorized dealers, spoken to upper management, sales level people, people in the repair centers, and this is just a conglomeration of what I've learned along with my own analysis. Number one, Rolex doesn't tell the authorized dealer anything very far in advance. Number two, remember, the authorized dealer is an independent jewelry store with that Rolex distribution contract. They're not Rolex. There is no corporate overlap. They don't speak for Rolex. If you get mad at the authorized dealer, you're not mad at Rolex, you're mad at Joe's jewelry store. And in fact, the authorized dealer is contractually representing distribution, but they are also prohibited from representing themselves as anything more than a distributor of Rolex products. That's why if they want to send out a brochure, a Rolex brochure with their name on it, they have to order that through Rolex. They're not allowed to just reprint Rolex materials willy-nilly with their own name on it. They are governed by a very strict distribution contract. Number three, the owner or general manager of the authorized dealer is probably the only one who ever even has regular contact with the store's Rolex representative. That may vary a little from representative to rep. A rep covers a territory or an area. And certain authorized dealers are big chains with like 5-6 stores, super high volume, selling lots of Rolex. So the rep in that case may know the top salespeople at all those authorized dealers. But at a lot of authorized dealers, smaller jewelry stores, the representative is really not talking to everybody at the authorized dealer. So my AD said, you might be talking to somebody who was hired 3 months ago who knows less about Rolex than you do, but they have just been sort of trained to respond to certain types of questions, such as there's a 5-year waiting list for the Batman, and we're not even taking names for the steel Daytona at this time. Shush, buddy. Okay, that may have a lot more to do with the way they've been trained by management than actual Rolex itself. Another important thing, fourth point. Please remember that authorized dealer are salespeople who work on commission. They work on commission. So they want to sell you a watch, but they want to sell you a watch that they have. And they especially want to sell you a watch that they have that they don't have 10 people asking for, right? Why? Because they can sell more watches if they sell you the Datejust and sell somebody else the Sub. Now, if you're a whale, if you're the Hisham Habib of your location, well then yes. If you're if you're the Marc Damachine, then yes, you're a whale and they're going to sell you whatever they have to keep you happy, keep you coming into that store. But if you're a normal person, hope I didn't just, I did. But if you're a normal person, they would rather sell you a Datejust. Because they have 10 people in line for that Hulk. But when they tell you it's utterly impossible to get Model X, they're telling you that so that they can sell you something else that they actually have their hands on. So maybe they have some possibility of having a Batman in within 3 months, but if they let you walk out of the store without buying, the Datejust, or maybe they just got in a Rolex no date, and if they can shift you over and sell you that, well, then they're going to get a commission today instead of hoping that maybe they'll get a commission tomorrow. It's not the same to the salesperson if the store sells a watch. The salesperson wants to be the individual who sells that watch because, guys, they work on commission. Okay. Also, if they can prevent you from going to another store, so much the better. This doesn't make them bad people. It makes them working people. And just like most of us, okay, these are guys who they want to sell. And that's natural. That's the way the system is set up. And who can blame them? Lastly, the jewelry store, which is the authorized dealer, does not typically learn ahead of time what they are getting in the order. Okay, so they don't actually get to say, hey, you know, Rolex, this is Joe over at Joe's Watches and Jewelry and Pawn Emporium. Please send me 3 Hulks, 2 Batmans, Pepsi Jubilee would nice, and can I please get a Daytona because I haven't seen one in a while. Doesn't work like that. Literally, they take what they can get. Okay, so Rolex will send them basically whatever they want them to have. And the reality is that the authorized dealer rarely, if ever, knows what's going to be in that shipment. They have a rough idea of when a shipment is going to come because there is a traditional cycle to when they receive their shipments. So they usually get one somewhere before Christmas, November, December. I think February, March is a typical time to receive another shipment. And certainly they're in touch with their Rolex representative who will be kind of letting them know it's coming, it's coming. And then eventually, maybe 2-3 days ahead of time, the rep will tell them, here's when your shipment will come. But rarely can they tell them what's going to be in that shipment very far in advance. Okay. Which means if your authorized dealer has put you on a waiting list, and he tells you precisely when the watch is going to come in, he's guessing. And look, let's take it real quick to wrap up. Take it from the perspective of the authorized dealer. These guys have to do a whole lot of guesswork. It's not easy what they're going through right now, and I do feel for the entrepreneur. These guys tie up millions of dollars in inventory. A lot of it is Rolex. But they're denied the ability to pick which Rolex they want, which means Rolex sends them the hard to sell stuff, probably 10-to-1 for the good stuff. If you go into your authorized dealer lately, for the last couple years, you're going to see the steel sports cases, which are usually to the left of the store. Those are very, very spotty, almost always empty. Yet they have to maintain rent in the high rent district and with empty cases. What's that mean? It means lower return. It means less sales, and for the salespeople, less commissions. So it's not so easy being an authorized dealer at the current time, I don't think, not of Rolex anyway. However, I want to know what you guys think about all of this. Do you trust the word of the authorized dealer? Are you discriminating in what you pick and choose to believe? Do you understand the authorized dealer is not speaking for Rolex? Joe is speaking for Joe's, for Joe's Rolex, for Joe's jewelry company. Anyway, listen, real quick recap, please like this video. It's going to help me feed Jupiter. Secondly, be sure to subscribe. I really find it helpful when I see my numbers trickling upward a little bit. I'm not one of these guys who needs to take over the world, but it makes me feel good to think that I'm doing the right things and you guys are subscribing if you like these videos. And also put a comment. It really helps me when we can kind of dialogue in the community section of this YouTube channel. So this is Marc Goldberg. Peace out.
Paint the sky.